Hi, Lee Merriweather here, the lawyer that became a Sawyer. Well, I've got this big walnut log on here. It is too wide for my sawmill, and it's very, it's awkward. So I can't actually get it to where it went, so I can use the sawmill to mill it. So I'm going to have to take my big chainsaw, clean up this end. There's some rotten here, so I don't mind cutting this part off. So I'm going to cut off this side, and I'm going to cut some off this side, and I will still wind up. The goal is to hopefully it'll be 34 inches wide if I can do it right, which is still pretty darn huge for a walnut. Apart from its awkwardness, the only other thing that scares me about this walnut is that I've already had to pull some metal out that was on the outside, and if there's metal on the outside, that usually means there's metal on the inside, and I am worried. Sometimes a dark spot like that is indicative that there's metal in the wood. Some there, and I won't know it till till the saw blade finds it, because it could be anywhere along this log. So that is a serious bummer. I might wind up having to lose a couple saw blades, because these things are not made to cut through metal. All right, so we get the big saw out, trim off that side, and then trim off that side. That'll be a little bit of a challenge because it's already on the mill, but well, let's get to it. So it's so friggin' hot out here right now that my other camera kept shutting down. Just too hot, the heat just overheats. But I am having all kinds of issues trying to get this thing cinched up. So now it's so I cut off that top part, but it's still too wide the way it's sitting. So I've got to take some off. But the problem is now, when I put it up this way, so I could trim off that way a little cleaner than my chainsaw, use the bandsaw, now this part is sticking out too far that way. So, love a good challenge some days, except when it's super hot. You'll see when I zoom in here. But you can see there, I can't cut through it because it's too wide on that side. Because this thing's so awkward, I can't move this. It's not. It probably weighs 2,500, 2,800 pounds. So I had to be very careful moving it because my brace there almost bent earlier when I was trying to install it. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, it started to lean. Actually, it's still leaning. It's leaning this way a little bit, which is not good. Oh man. In fact, that right there is bent out that way just a bit. Oh, wonderful. Oh boy. I guess I got some more maintenance to do on this thing. So it got tweaked at some point. So I'm going to have to work on this. Oh, great. Well, let's get back to cutting. Trim this sucker up so we can slab this log. Well, this piece is absolutely beautiful, and as I feared, metal. So my very first cut, I hit not just one, not just two, I actually hit 3, 4 pieces of metal. Oh my gosh. Ooh, time to change the blade again. Oh. All right, but I mean, the piece looks absolutely beautiful. This is the very first cut, so as deeper I get, the better it's gonna look. But that took forever to set up, to get this first cut, just get the log just right. Well, time to remove the nails. Well, here's the second cut, and I've hit metal again. Oh boy. So, not sure what this tree was used for, but there's some more metal, and some more metal. These are there was a lot of nails in this tree. And this was a few inches deep, a couple inches deep. Well, this log's gonna take a few, I've already got almost 3 hours in this log, just having to change the blade again and get it set up just right, and whew, it's taking a while. All right, let's take out some more metal. All right, I'm back at the sawmill. I had started this 2 days ago. Unfortunately, destroyed 2 saw blades because I hit between 10 and 15 nails. I think I already discussed that. But then it rained for 2 days and I couldn't get back to the log. So I was working on sanding 19 desks that are going into the co-working space. But it's a very overcast day. I'm already feeling raindrops. But I don't mind milling in some light rain. It's when it's thundering and I'm worried, or a heavy downpour, because I like to keep the engine clean. But we're gonna do our best to finish milling this up and hoping that I don't hit any more nails. Well, despite, I dug out all this metal in here. I thought apparently there was more. There is more. This is unbelievable. I don't even know what this thing is. Jeez. Well, there goes another hour digging out more metal. Alright, well, I've cut another slab. You'll see how beautiful this wood is. It is, look at that. That is just gorgeous. Only one problem. I hit even more nails. There's one there, and there's one there. And every time I go through a slab, when I hit nails, I take a tool I have. It's over here. This tool hammers down into the wood, grabs the nail, and pulls it out. I can't hold the camera and do it at the same time. But this opens up. I hammer this into the wood, grabs the nail, and then this lever, when I lean it, grabs it and pulls it out like that. Anyways, these nails were put in this tree a long time ago because I am now, gosh, this is probably almost 8 inches into the log, at least 8 inches into the log. So these were put in the tree a long time ago. I forgot what how slowly walnut grows. But, you know, this is something when I was a kid I never thought about. If you put nails in a tree, you know, you just don't think about it when you're doing it. But with walnut, it is such a beautiful wood that unfortunately the metal kind of mars it a bit. I mean, it's still going to be beautiful when it's finished, when we turn this into or when someone turns this into a table. But you will still have this blackness in the wood itself. That's what happens when metal is in there. So just a public service announcement: don't put nails in trees. And if you do, to hang something up, take them out when you're done. But if you don't take them out, what happens is the tree grows around the metal. And like I said, this is 8 inches into the tree. A metal detector, well, most handheld metal detectors won't even pick that up. Not to mention, like, I wouldn't have even, if I had cut it out, this would have been a tiny log, because every slab, I have now destroyed 4 saw blades cutting through this because the metal destroys the blade. But yeah, and I'm very worried, just the way we're going, that every pass is going to mean I'm losing a saw blade. So, and every time this is a customer log, and every time I saw up a log, I have to charge if the blade's destroyed by metal. So, big bummer.